Cognitive dissonance is that discomfort we feel when our brain is trying to hold two contradictory ideas at the same time. It doesn't feel good. It gives us this uneasy feeling. And that's because our brains are being dragged out of our place of contentment and decisiveness, holding on to what we believe have been true, and moving it to a place of uncertainty, and our brains don't like uncertainty. So there's a number of behaviors and thought processes that evolve from this discomfiture, and they can be anything from denying outright the incoming information, such as somebody telling you that someone you know very well did something, and you're like, there's no way this person would do this. I've known them all my life. They're not this type of individual. No, you have to be wrong. The facts have to be wrong, right? So that's a denial of incoming information. And another way this cognitive dissonance shows itself is in criticizing the very thing you thought you desired. So sometimes we look around and think, oh, I really would like to do that, or I'd like to have that, or the case may be, I would like to really hire that person, or whatever the case may be, it becomes unattainable to you. You can't actually reach it or have it. And so instead of holding those two things, I deserve it, I want it, I really want it, and I can't have it. So you start to want to bring a relief to that. And in order to get relief from cognitive dissonance, you have to let go of one idea or the other. Remember, these are two conflicting idea states. So you start to criticize that object. Well, may it be too much trouble. I'd always have to keep it clean. It would cost too much, then I wouldn't be able to go on vacation. It's probably not going to be that much fun anyway. Whatever the case may be, you start to criticize that which you desire but realize you can't attain. Sounds like the fox and the grapes, if you remember that Aesop's fable. The other way it shows itself is when we have to do something, or we have done something that runs contrary to our self-image. So, for instance, as executives, you have to make decisions sometimes to close down business lines or certain locations. People are going to lose their job. Sometimes you have to give people bad reviews or maybe even fire them, whatever the case may be. This is not a pleasant thing to go through, and a lot of times you observe people being hurt, getting upset. You realize the implications of those decisions, and you're also saying, but I'm a good person, and then you're observing, but look at the hurt my decision is causing. And that duality is very difficult emotionally to reconcile. And so we start to tell ourselves stories, and we start to self-justify, well, this move is really helping the rest of the employees keep their jobs, and so this is a good thing, and I'm a good person, aren't I? And so it's that internal talk, because we're trying to get relief. The brain is wanting to get relief from these contrasting and conflicting idea states. So why bring this up? When we dial up the static on incoming information, so new information that's coming in. For instance, if you've ever, taking this into the political realm, when Democrats and Republicans are trying to convince each other that their candidate is the best, you can imagine how much real listening is going on there. The static that's dialed up, so I don't have to listen to it. Heaven forbid I actually start believing and hanging on to some of the things you're saying. That is going to bring my deeply held beliefs and truths that I've held on to for so long into question, and I'm going to be in that space of ambiguity. Not a comfortable place to be. As executives, though, if you can get comfortable there, you are going to open yourself to the possibilities of finding out information and seeing things from a different perspective that may have eluded you before. As you scale in your career, it's very important to develop this skill and not always just believe that, well, this is what's gotten me here, this is what will get me where I'm going. That doesn't always hold true, because sometimes as you scale in your career, what got you to where you are isn't going to get you where you're going to go. And you have to bring your thinking and your beliefs into question. Just review them every now and then and see if you dial up the cognitive dissonance and how it might show and be showing in your career and in your life.